Hey, Slightly Unblended, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I decided to finally, since it's sunny out, that kind of just helped out my decision. I am doing the first look that I ever did with the Blend Buddy Cosmetics Blends palette. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So I've primed my lid with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Fair, and I've taken the e.l.f. and J. Kissa J5 brush with the shade Bewitched, and I'm just flicking it out, winging it out, and building that pigment up. This is a beautiful dark purple shade, and it's like the darkest purple, and I think that's why I'm so obsessed with it. So I'm just going to take it about halfway into my eye, and then I'm going to get ready to go into Spellbound with the same brush. Not quite there yet, just getting the pigment built up, and I'm mapping out the shape that I would like for it to be. So just keep on adding it there, get it to be as dark as you want it, as dramatic as you want, and just make sure that you're winging it out. Make sure you clean your brush off, and then go ahead and take the shade Spellbound and work it from the inner corner area of the crease and blend it with Bewitched and get you a nice and seamless gradient blend. This is a super dark blue, and it's so pretty. It's like these two together are just a magical color combination. Just build your pigment up, and you're going to map out the shape of your crease with this one, and we're going to do some blending pretty soon with some really pretty colors, but just make sure that you're getting the shape that you want right now. That's the most important part. Now I'm taking some more of Bewitched just to make sure that I'm getting the two blended together the way that I would like for it to be, and just to definitely make sure that I have the shape that I want for it to be, because we're about to go in and start to really go to work. Put our little wrists to work, and it's going to be so much fun. But just taking these and making sure that they're nice and blended together. That way we have a more precise gradient blend, and I am so obsessed with doing that. That's why it takes me so long to do looks like this. Now I'm taking my Luxie Small Tapered Blending Brush and the shade Signs to blend out Bewitched. It is a more kind of not super light purple, but like not super dark. It's a nice in-between purple, and it just blends out. Oh my gosh, email, thank you for that. Anyway, it blends out the Bewitched shade quite nicely, and it's pretty. So I'm taking that to blend it out. Back and forth windshield wiper motions for little baby blends. When I first got this palette, I knew that I had to use as many colors as possible. I did kind of change up my lower lash line here in a little bit, but I just kind of forgot how I did my magic with that, so please bear with me. But I'm going to take this brush and get it cleaned off, and I'm going to go into this shade Chance just to blend out Spellbound. Now, Chance is a beautiful blue shade, like a medium blue, kind of how like the sun shade is. It's like a perfect in between the light blue and the dark blue. I just said blue because that's what I'm using right now, but yeah, it's just like in between both those. It's a beautiful, like, true blue. I'm taking the brush and doing back and forth windshield wiper motions. I'm making sure that I'm getting it blended pretty well with the purple. That way everything is pretty well put together, and it doesn't really look like I missed a spot in the blending. And it's going to turn out to be just like a nice fade from the purple into the blue by doing it this way. It's so cute. I was so obsessed. I can't wait for you to see the final product. Now I'm taking my ABH A14 brush and Spellbound just so that I can deepen the crease up and bring some of the pigment back that we may have lost through blending the shade out. This way we will have a nice and more crisp cut crease with the darker pigment and the depth brought back into the crease. I'm also taking Bewitched and creating some more depth with it as well on the ABH A14 brush, just so we have a nice amount of depth going on in the crease. Now I'm taking my LaRue LR005 tapered blending brush in the shade Chase and blending out the purples. This is going to give it more of a galaxy blend effect. I don't know, I just felt like drawn to the hot pink shade, and this hot pink is literally life. So pretty. Don't forget to do back and forth windshield wiper motions. That way everything gets nice and blended. We're going for not so baby blends, but we're giving a nice little blenderoo here. And it's going to turn out to be so pretty. It just like blends itself. It's magical. Now with my Luxie tapered blending brush, I'm taking the shade Dream to blend out the blues. And when I say Dream, I automatically think of the band, just like in the other video. I'll have it linked somewhere in this video if you want to check it out, but all I can think about is that band. But yes, this is such a beautiful, beautiful light blue shade. Much like with the hot pink shade, we're just going to do back and forth windshield wiper motions just to make sure that everything is seamless and we're building up that light blue. That way it's like kind of blown out. Now I'm going back into Chase just to get it nice and blended with Dream. That way everything is pretty seamless. Now we're about to get a little bit messy. I'm taking some micellar water on a Q-tip to go ahead and get the lid nice and cleaned up and ready for the Gerard Cosmetics clean canvas. I am about out of that. I have to buy some more. I really just don't know how I went so long without using that. That stuff is amazing. It is the way that it just is so seamless and covers the veins on my lid. I don't know. I just can't really go back to anything else, but I have some other options in case I run out. Check out that cut in the crease. It's all cute. Oh yes. Okay, now let's lay the base down. Actually, I used the white one for this. How did I forget? Anyway, yes, so I have taken the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in white. That way the shades that I will be applying to the lid will be a little bit more powerful and just like stand out almost like neon-y, because when I tell you this palette is pigmented, oh, she is pigmented. Now I'm taking my e.l.f. and J Kiss a J5 brush with Bewitched, and I'm going to wing it out. So I'm taking it from the outer corner of my eye and I'm winging it up. That way it can connect with that other purple, and we're going to go ahead and start to build that pigment up and just get the shape that we want. We're just shaping it out right now. So now I'm taking my ABH A14 brush in Signs. So pretty much all the colors that we started with on the outer corner area, we're going to take it and just map out the shape that we're wanting. So I'm blending out Bewitched with Signs with the ABH A14 brush and just winging it out as well. Now with that LR005 tapered blending brush, we're taking some of Chase just to get that nice and smoky and winged and blended to perfection. I say that, but like honestly, I struggled with this. I don't know what's up, but it was a pain in the ass. Anyway, so now we're just trying our best to fake it till we make it and get it nice and exactly the shape that we want. That way we can start to add some of the pigments to the lid. I'm just going in and touching up the shades, the purples, the pink, all that, just so it's nice and crisp and really just bold, because with looks like this, the bolder, the better. At least in my opinion anyway. I like to just look like I'm going to fly away with looks like this, because honestly, we just are here for a little while. We might as well have fun with it. With my Fara 205 Fly Wings brush, I'm taking Self Love and applying it to the outer bit of the base. That way, I don't know. I just felt like going in with it first, and that's how I did it the first time that I used this palette. So that's what I'm doing here. I really, really love this red. It's so pretty. I'm just applying it to about the outer corner bit of my eyelid, and then I'm going to take some barley and apply it to about right before my pupil and take it until about halfway over onto the lid. I'm also being sure to get it nice and blended with Self Love. That way it's just pretty well seamless. I felt like this would be a good way to transition into the yellow into the green. I know the green is kind of contrasting to the rest of it, but I feel like it just brings the whole look together. So right here, I'm just taking Barley and blending it with Self Love. Now I'm taking the Wildflower shade, which is a super cute yellow. Yes! Okay, so I'm applying it to the lid, and I'm not starting so close to Barley. That way it is like, I don't know, I kind of struggle with blending yellow and brown, yellow and orange without making a brown. See, my mind's just all over the place right now. So I find that not starting out with blending the two kind of together, but without blending them together. Is that making sense? So I start away from it and then kind of build on to blending them together. Hopefully I didn't just completely lose you with that. But I'm just also taking it and getting them nice and blended together. Now I'm taking Remedy, which is a beautiful green shade. I am seriously beyond obsessed with the greens in this palette. Just like Inside Joke, the pastel green, this one, and for the life of me, right now, without looking at the palette, I cannot remember the name of the dark green, but those three together, I could seriously hit pan on soon because I use them so much. They are my absolute favorites. So I'm just taking it and I'm starting from the inner corner and I'm working my way to blending it with Wildflower. And now I'm taking a little bit more of Wildflower and just getting them nice and blended together. And I will be going in and kind of touching these shades up to make sure that there is a nice and seamless blend. Just like these. Okay, but seriously, I forgot to mention that I'm going in and cleaning my brush off before I take each shade and applying it. I just total brain fart there. But anyway, just going in and making sure that I have all the colors touched up. I have the pigmentation the way that I want it, and making sure that everything is Gucci. Also, if you do not have this palette yet, it is available for pre-order. I do not have a code, but I do know that it is available, and I cannot wait for the next release of whatever product that they're going to release, because if it's as good as this, I'm going to need it. I'm seriously obsessed with this look. These colors just make me so happy. So now I'm just going to take some micellar water on a Q-tip, and I'm just going to go ahead and just get it nice and cleaned up, because it did get a little messy, but that's not something that's a micellar water on a Q-tip. Micellar water on a Q-tip cannot fix. I'm sorry. I'm just jumbled and my allergies are acting up and like I can't talk today. But I'm just getting this nice and cleaned up. That way I can go and finish this mug and be right back. Alright, so this is the finished look. I'm sorry for the voiceover. I've got to get this. This is Thursday, May the 13th, and I'm going to put this on my computer, like, soon, like tonight, and get it ready for Sunday. I have had a week, and so I didn't really feel like talking. Hopefully I will hit the high points and the good stuff with the voiceover part. But yeah, hopefully the next one won't be a voiceover, unless you like voiceovers. Let me know what you like better, voiceovers, or if you like kind of voiceovers and then talking me or whatever. I'm interested in knowing. Sometimes it's easier for me to do a voiceover, and then sometimes it's easier for me to not. Especially when I'm as low energy as I feel. I like to give positive energy and try to be not such a downer. So that's why today is a voiceover, because I just had a feeling that I would be too rambly and not upbeat. And yeah, anyway, let me know what you'd like to see next down below. Don't forget to use hashtag slightlyunblended for your chance to be featured in an upcoming video. I'll have all my social medias down below: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, Twitter. Anyway, I would like to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you in the next one. Bye!